Welcome back. In this segment, we're going to talk about managing your class page. When we manage the class page, we can change the name of the course so that we show it in the My Edline section by class period or by some other delineation. We're also going to talk about how to change that picture and set that picture up on our main page, because that's the big visual image that we're going to see on Edline when the students and the parents arrive there. So let's take a look. At this point, I'm going to log in as a teacher and point out some of the differences that you might see in my login. Once I've logged in again, Edline knows who I am and where I belong. So when I go up to the My Edline, you'll see that these are all the courses I'm assigned to teach. But I also have one student who is assigned to me almost as a parent or advisor link, so I can view Edline just like them. So my super user has set me up for that purpose. You'll also notice I'm a member of the PTSO, which is a part of a group, the College and Transition Services, and I also have a teacher resources page that we're part of. I'm going to go ahead and take us out to more classes, because I have more classes than are listed here. Usually I can see most of the classes if I didn't have that student link, but you'll also be able to see that I'm part of that teacher resources group and the PTSO, which are shown with different icons. So I'm going to go ahead and click on our sample page that we have here called Multimedia Design, and this is a blank course page. You saw the course page when Nadia was logged in the last module, where it showed a bunch of different information and it was a pre-populated site. This one is what I would inherit in the beginning of the year, and I'd have to set up for my students. In this module, we're going to be talking about changing the course name, and we're going to be talking about changing the big class picture. Right now we have Edline's logo, which is the default image, and it's called Multimedia Design. But when you notice when I click in My Edline, I can see 2, 3, 4, 8. Those are the class periods in which I teach those courses. And you can also see that the student that I'm assigned to down here sees his courses in course order too, because Edline sorts them alphanumerically. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. And where we're going to do this is we're going to go to My Content, and we're going to go to Manage Class. I'm sorry, Tools and Manage Class. So we click on Manage Class, and you'll notice here that we've got the class name. Now we can change this however we want. So if my student information system had shown me, Mult Design because they had abbreviated it to fit it in a field there, I could then, turn it into Multimedia Design. Say this class meets first period, so I will do first space dash space, and if everybody in your school follows the same delineation, the courses will then align themselves and sort correctly for the students. And in addition, if you're using Grade Quick Web, this will do to your grade books as the teacher side is it will put them in period order, which is always helpful. Then if I wanted to, I could change my course description down here. So we get Welcome to Multimedia Design as a default, but if I wanted to say Multimedia Design will focus on several aspects of the design process, and we'll say ... because I would continue that as you saw on the video production page, but in the sense of time here I'm just going to shorten that down. And then you see the image. Under image I can hit choose file, and I've already preloaded a picture. Now the picture, I'm going to go ahead and choose this, and then we'll go ahead and hit save and return. You'll notice that the picture will then auto-fit the contents to the area which it's allowed on the screen. So this picture was slightly bigger, but it's been compressed down. It's always better to have a larger image to compress down so you don't get a pixelated image rather than a small thumbnail image to pull out. Now Edline does not come with pre-populated pictures or information. Even my tests and assignments links over on the side are empty. So what I have to do is I'm responsible for changing that information. So I used Google Images to find an image that went with Multimedia Design, and I downloaded a picture that I wanted. So you have to be careful with copyrights and all of that, and Edline leaves that up to you to manage. You'll notice now my course has listed as Multimedia Design, and you can see my picture. The picture has to be within 75 kilobytes because download speeds don't allow on dial-up won't allow for larger pictures. So Edline does limit that to 75 kilobytes or smaller, and it should be around 300 pixels wide. Like I said before, you're going to want to shorten that. It will compress it down if it's larger. One of the tools that's available for you is a tool called Pix Resizer, P-I-X Resizer, and that will help you if you have a picture that you absolutely want to use on your Edline page, and it will help reduce the amount of pixels in it, thus reducing the file size so that Edline will allow it to upload. We're going, in the next modules, we'll focus on different aspects of the Edline page, and that's all you really have to do. So remember, just to review, it's under Tools, Manage Class, and then this is where you can change your course name. And even if you wanted to continuously change and put bonus questions in here, you know, first responder gets 5 points, and then you extra credit, and then you put a question here. And then they email you in the responses, and the first responder gets their 5 extra credit points. Sometimes that's always helpful to do to encourage the students to go out there and use that. So you can change this from time to time. It is rich text, so I can bold it. I can copy and paste from Word. I can so I can have bulleted points in there, everything. So you've got a nice selection of options. You can center it all, so it will show up differently on the front page. The other thing too is the choose file. I can always remove the image, go back to the Edline logo, or I can always go out and hit choose file and choose another file that I've already pre-downloaded to my page or to my computer. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save and return, and you can see the changes were taken. So it's very easy to make a nice change to the main image. I like to do it once a quarter, so the students, when they get there, it's kind of fresh and new. It's kind of like changing seats in class. Now that you've learned how to customize your class page with the class name and to manage the class picture, we're going to look in the next segments at how to post homework assignments, work with the interactive classroom, the news section, and the combined calendar. Look forward to seeing you in those.